Hello, everybody, and welcome to Witchfire. This is probably just my favorite FPS game that I've touched in recent years. I've been playing it for a long time, and it's still in early access by the time this video comes out. And it is a definite, take a look at it. It is some fun things. It's like a mix of Dark Souls meets like Destiny or whatever. It's made by the same people who did The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, which is a extreme change from what they used their last game, because their last game was basically like it's a walking simulator. It's like a walking puzzle simulator, and that doesn't interest me at all. And then they turned around and made some sick as shit FPS hard game. It's insanity. So as you can see, I've been playing this for a little bit on the Steam version because it was on Epic Games before it came to Steam, and this is the Steam version. So anyway, we are going to start a new game, and it is going to start talking to you. So I guess I'll shut up for a little bit.
A war rages between the witches and the remnants of humanity ruled by the Church. Despite the numbers advantage, the Church and its armies keep losing territories to witches and their foul magic. In a distant land controlled by one of the witches, papal scouts discover a wreckage of a ship that had been lost for several centuries. It carried a valuable artifact, one that could change the course of the conflict. Only witch hunters called prayers can face a witch and live. You are one of them, anointed by the Pope himself to recover the artifact. After a long and arduous journey, low on witch fire that gives you unnatural powers, and with most of your belongings lost, you arrive at the destination.
So, that opening bit doesn't matter at all. It gives a little bit of framing to what we are. We are, we're sent by the freaking Pope himself to go murder a witch, which is, pretty poggers. Anyway, you'll see that we have a bunch of different classes here, and it just determines your opening stats and the opening weapons. Everybody can get access to these weapons, and the opening stats don't really matter. You know, it's like points, they don't really matter, and who cares about them? So, and they have a little description of what it is, as you can see. So, what's the best class to start with? Well, very simply, it's Saint. There is no other choice. It is Saint. Saint gets a very good SMG, a very powerful weapon, and a spell and a trinket, or a relic. And that is just the very simple, that is the most powerful class to start with. If you want to have a good time of being into the game and having an easy intro, this is your class to pick. Now, I'm going to pick the Penitent, because I really like the pistol that they start with. Now, I don't recommend starting with the Penitent, since you only start with the pistol, but, you know, this is what I've been playing with. Also, all the classes start at different levels, except for the Saint, apparently. That's kind of weird, probably because they start with the Vulture. Anyway, we're gonna get into the game, which there is a new cutscene. I thought there was going to be talking. So they recently updated this game with one of the biggest content updates of all. That is odd. I didn't like how that looked at all. So we drop into the world, and you can see it is insanely pretty. Just, this is all on high. It's not on all ultra. It's just insanely pretty. And you drop into a new revamped tutorial, which I am going to talk over. I see this, so I'm going to grab it. There's probably a bunch of secrets in the tutorial, but it's going to start talking to you and all this stuff. So, first off, what you want to do whenever you get into a map is open up, or excuse me, into an expedition, is open up your map and take a look at what the heck can you do. So, there's a bunch of icons on here, like climbing gear, dangerous area, extremely dangerous area, some ammo, and there's us. I'll talk about it a little bit more. Yes, we're going to go through the tutorial. Will I talk... Why is there just shit on the floor? Hello? We're going to talk a lot about the game, and we're also going to just explore this area, because I have not looked around this area. So I might be a little bit... we might do things. Actually, off in the distance, you can see a little spirit that's guiding me to where I want to go. So, one of the things that we need to talk about is the gunplay, which this was made by some of the people who did, I think it's called Black Reloaded? Let me go check. So it's made by some of the people who did Painkiller, which is a quote-unquote old FPS game that has some absolutely insane weapons, and I recommend that you all go check it out. It's like a PS2 game or whatever have you. So, yeah, we're just gonna follow this guy, which is a... Dude, that's... Okay, it would be much better if it didn't, go out of the way to give me a pop-up about it. So, it's going to talk to you about a lot of the things. One of the things that I don't like about this game... There's a thing in the water. Taking damage. Yeah, okay, so taking damage resets the bonus stamina, which can be recovered through skills. So you can see that I have down at the bottom... Okay, this is really loud. I'm going to walk away from it. Down on the bottom left, you can see that I have my HP bar with a potion right next to it, and then you see my stamina down there. And it is yellow for some reason, because usually it would be white. And there's a little bar. The little bar represents the fact that I have bonus stamina, because I killed things. And whenever I have bonus stamina, let's walk back to those revenants real quick. So, when you have bonus stamina, and you are aiming at an enemy, and you dodge, a little black thing will appear. This is their stance. And whenever I shoot that, they get stunned. Of course, he will then recover, and then I can shoot it again. So what happens whenever you do this? Well, I can now one-shot him. Does that matter? No, because I can two-shot him. Stunning him does not matter there, because it's one of the things in this game that is really cool in principle, where enemies have soul sigils, is what it's called, and you can shoot those to deal stance damage to them. Well, if you shoot them normally, you also do stance damage to them, and you do actual damage to them. So the soul sigils don't do damage. It does like a mirror shard. A jagged fragment pulsing with unnatural light. It radiates a strange aura if yearning to be rejoined with a shattered whole. Okay. And if you walk into that, I assume you take damage, and, it starts oh, thank you. I already talked about that. The dash is one of the most important things in the game, which I have rebound it to spacebar, because it was on control, and that just feels awkward to do. Of course, you're never going to be sprinting in combat. That's a lie, you will. And we now talk about aiming and taking damage. These guys will show a symbol, and you can just dodge it with the normal thing. I think you just walk, and it'll also just miss, right? Come here, shoot me. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, that's too fast for me to just walk out of the way. He missed. Alright, whatever. So, that's the tutorial enemy. Those revenants, not actually the tutorial enemy. Those guys are. So is there anything else around here? Because there was a mirror shard. And I don't remember playing the tutorial and seeing that before. So, unlike some of the games that I've been recently playing, looking at you, Mycopunk, this game, you don't regenerate ammo. You have to go to these little caches to get ammo, and sometimes enemies will also have ammo. I think the game is too loud now because I raised the audio. So, there you go. And here's some actual enemies for you to fight. They're not dangerous. They do have guns, which I kind of forgot that they had guns, to be perfectly honest. So shooting the Soul Sigil actually matters. Unfortunately, my stamina isn't yellow. Now it is. So now I can proceed to do that. And now I probably one-shot him. He's froze himself. I'm just gonna melee him. So stunned enemies take a lot more damage from your pistols, or excuse me, from your weapons, and most importantly, from your melee. So that was a Arcana. Whenever you complete one of these encounters here, you will get a manifestation, which allows you to open up this section. You can only pick one for now. You'll see that I have some yellow white raven feathers here. You'll get those just in the missions, and it'll allow you to pick up more. You can see it says awaken down there, and I can pick up 2 of these, and then I can reveal this if I have a white raven and pick this one up as well. So I can potentially have 3 here. And that's how the expeditions go. It is a extraction shooter. I should pick up that ammo real quick, because I'm going to be attempting to clear out this big camp here, and I'm not going to be having a good time. What is... Oh, there's just something up there. Okay. How do I get up there? Probably just simply that. So you see that my melee down by the mini-map is not charged, and it's not charging. How do things charge? By just dealing damage to... Yeah, okay, thank you. I'm so glad. It is a good tutorial, but I'm talking over it. So, dealing damage to enemies recharges your stuff. So I'm going to try and kill this Holy Sister. I don't recommend doing this for your very first time, but I'm going to try it because I want to see my ass get kicked. Which I'm going to dodge to give a Soul Sigil, and I want the other Soul Sigil as well, just to stop her from doing stuff. My reload is terrible. And then she's gonna start doing stuff. What is she doing? Oh, she's summoning things. That's not good. Luckily, I don't have to care about these things. They're just gonna, like, walk towards me and explode? Yeah, they're just walking towards me and exploding. Why did I do Electric Chaos Reload? That's why. Alright, so I killed the Holy Sister. That wasn't actually that bad. You can probably just kill her normally. And there's another mirror shard. Oh, you have to kill her. Oh, that's nice. She also drops a rosary bead, which won't be coming into a factor anytime soon. But it is a nice thing to get. This is just a very pretty game, isn't it? It really is. Well, this is a good time to talk about an important aspect of the game, and that is collecting things that might hurt you. So there is 6 different mushrooms in the game. 3 of them will hurt you, and 3 of them won't. And the 3 that won't are this one, and that one. So if it has black spots on it, it's bad. If it's red, it's bad. And if it's clean on top, it's also bad. No, not all of those exploded, but, you know, you get my point. Actually, I could probably just eat one to show you that it's bad, right? Let me see. Yeah, I took a bunch of damage from that. So, we have the end of the tutorial, which we need to find a way down to the hematorium. Earlier, we collected a rope, and that, right there, is the main hub of the game. Now, I am missing one item, because I did play through this once, and I have no idea where it is, because I didn't, like, it just gave them all to me, and I have no idea. So we're in the main hub section, which the tutorial here is actually gone, because it's all a part of the outskirts now. There is a bunch of things just to look at. There's a bound revenant with Elias's note. This circle is our crude imitation of her spell, but is how Elias discovered her secret. She doesn't command an army, just a handful of minions endlessly mirrored by magic. We must find her lair. Alright. That's neat. Can he hit me? No, he cannot hit me. He is just stuck there. I don't know what secrets they might have added to the Hematorium recently. I assume they've Hey! I didn't know that. Oh yeah, it's just a rosary bead. Melee recharge speed by plus 25%. There is an early access here, so you can probably go down there. So rosary beads are how you mainly upgrade your character. We're gonna pick that up later. That is our first expedition location, which is kind of weird because you can see it right over there. Yes, you can see everywhere you can go from here. So there is the castle up there. There is the Scarlet Coast, like here, I think. There's the new thing that they added somewhere over there. I can't see it. And then there's the big old Witch Mountain, which is where the witch is, and, you know, we need to go over there to murder her. You know, all sorts of great things. Too late for us, but vengeance is eternal. If you're truly one of us, the portal won't tear you apart, and you'll find the sanctuary key waiting just beyond. Alright, so I can't open this door until I take on a expedition, which, this, right over here, right next to the door, is how you level up. And they have changed this entirely, and I have no idea what it means. Ascend? I assume that just means level up. So you have flesh, which there is no tutorial hint about what that does? Is there a... Yeah, you're ready. Okay, I have to not be in the level up screen in order to see what they do. That should be changed, but okay. Channels Witchfire into the blood to strengthen resilience against wounds and ailments and to empower melee attacks. So it's this section here. Blood enhances the flow of Witchfire-infused blood, increasing stamina, vigor, and improving physical and magical mobility, which would be this, I assume? There is Mind. Harness the Witchfire to sharpen mental clarity, enhancing healing, scavenging, and resistance to sanity lost. So it's this one. There's Witchery, attunes Witchfire into the blood to deepen arcane powers, which is spell recharge, and Melanoma. Okay. There is Arsenal, infuses the blood. There's also Arsenal, infuses the blood's Witchfire into weapons, enhancing their combat potential and lethality, which is handling, ammo reserves, and range. And then there's the last one, which is Faith, guides the Witchfire within the blood to bend fortune and fate into the prayer's will, or to the prayer's will, which is Providence, Divine Intervention, and Blessed Aim. Those are nice. Alright, so let's just upgrade each one by one. Oh, I can only upgrade one. So we're going to get a HP from that. We're going to get a mobility and weapon handling from that one. Does that change? I now can't put anything into there. I don't understand why I can't... Okay, now I can do that multiple times. What is happening here? Oh, it's arrows. I've realized it. It is arrows, it is not... That's... could be handled a little bit better. Why is it arrows? It should just be, like, left-click and right-click, because that's what I was assuming it was. It is not left-click, right-click. That's weird. Alright, I understand. A little bit of UI trickery. Alright, I have understood their things. So, Witchery gives us just elemental stuff. Arsenal, I don't care about Arsenal. Arsenal can go F itself, because I don't care about any of these. Faith is... whatever. At the moment, it seems like Mind upgrades a lot. So that's what I'm gonna do. Shifting reality. Each time you ascend, the witch reshapes her defenses, enemies, traps, and other dangers shift positions along with chests and treasures. Yeah, that's right. If you don't level up and you head to the same map twice, the defenses will all be in the same location. I don't like that, but there's ways around it that don't really matter. So it's okay. Anyway, let's pick up our first expedition, which an older chart possibly created long before the arrival of the Order of the Broken Mirrors Flotilla. It is a curious case, as Vatican archives contain no record of any prayers ever charting these territories. So, the Island of the Damned, which is our first location, is the tutorial island. There is not a lot of dangers, all the enemies are pretty safe to fight, and there's no elites, I don't believe? So, there's also all these other locations that we can't go to. So we need to start our investigation. It's not going to tell us to do anything because we don't have anything to do, but it will yell at you if you don't have everything set up for your expedition. So there is the sanctuary key, I assume? Yeah, there's the sanctuary key. We can now just head back through the portal we created to back to the hematorium to open that thing, but there's no reason to at the moment, because there's nothing behind there that I care about. God, it really is just a pretty game. I kind of forgot how pretty it is. So this is the tutorial enemies. These are, there's nothing much to talk about. So I've just been moving through this area by myself, and I have realized that they have changed something. They have brought more attention to this open door here by putting enemies who shoot at you through it, which this open door is mildly important, but we can't interact with it since we don't have the Geonosis for it, which is, that's just a fancy word to say difficulty. We are on currently difficulty 0 out of 6 at the moment. Which, what does that do? What does the Geonosis do? It introduces more enemies to encounters, it introduces harder enemies to encounters, and it introduces more difficult challenges. And by challenges, I mean these things, these events, these dangerous things. This area, this Isle of the Damned, will pretty much never change. Alright, it'll always have the same enemies. It might have some elites, or what have you, but most of the time it's just going to be the same enemies. And these same two events. These two events are the exact same. I already know what they are. So that's what it does. On the other islands, I assume on the other maps they have max difficulties as well. It's just, you know, it's just for unlocking things. That's really what the difficulty does. If you want to get further in the game, you have to do more difficult tasks. What was that? Oh, it's just more enemies that I have trouble dodging because I'm an idiot. I think these are not a part of a... Are you guys part of a... Yeah, you guys are a part of an encounter. I thought you were just a part of the portal here, which is how you get back home, because the portal back here, it's going to be closing in 41 minutes, or 41 seconds, so I can't make it down there in time. I'm so glad this staggers. So, you may be thinking that what I have here, this pistol, is pretty fucking basic. And you would be correct. This pistol is very basic. For now. There is a mechanic in the game. If I go into my prayer, you can see that my pistol has a little star icon on there. If I inspect it, you can see that it has a Mysteria, ready to unveil the power. Visit the Mysteria Forge in the Hematorium. So, as you use weapons, which I think the first Mysterium is always going to be kill 25 enemies, you'll unlock the actual properties of the weapon, or start unlocking the properties of the weapon. There is 3 levels of Mysterium, and they will all take different things to achieve. Usually it is kill the amount of enemies required, and trigger the Mysterium that you just unlocked X amount of times. This one is... Whenever I hit a critical hit, and then reload, it will proceed to empower the next bullet, like in the reload. And that's kind of what you can see it triggering on the actual chambers as well. See the little cross symbols? Those will turn a different color. Now, we get the most dangerous enemy on this... Well, no, we don't get the most dangerous enemy on this level. We get kind of the most dangerous enemy on this level, which is the Swordsman, which will leap at you and be utterly murdered by his soul sigil being broken and murdered. Which is the... Yeah, that is the great danger here. There's going to be a lot of enemies coming towards me, a lot of swordsmen coming. I like how I mentioned the fact that I don't think soul sigils matter all too much, and then I start using them a lot. You know, I guess I could just eat my own words. Who cares, dude? I still don't think it matters for most of the small enemies. I am low on ammo. I think I can just kill him if I, melee him. Am I going to have enough ammo to clear this entire thing? This should be the last enemy. It is not. There's another freaking swordsman. Please just die to my punches. Oh my god, he's gonna take more. God bless. I guess we can talk about the Mysteriums while I'm walking to get some more ammo. I don't really like the opening Mysterium. I don't think I need to kill 25 enemies to unlock the basic properties of the weapon. Now, that is mildly solved with the introduction of one of the things that we haven't introduced yet, which is Shadow Orbs. Every once in a while, when you kill an enemy, you will get a item called a Shadow Orb. Now, these things have quests that you need to do in order to unlock it, but once you unlock it, you'll be able to use it on a weapon to further increase the requirements of unlocking the next Mysterium. I think for the first Mysterium, it will automatically unlock it, and you can progress to the second one, which helps a bit. It's still the fact that you get a Shadow Orb, and then you need to complete a quest, which is entirely random. You need to go on an expedition to a certain place and do a certain thing in order to, you know, do the thing that you're already doing on the expedition. There is a problem there, but it's... I don't know, man. It is such a weird problem to have, is that... God, that has a lot more ammo than usual. That's weird. That is very weird. So, my problem with Shadow Orbs is that I need to do a quest to unlock them. Alright, while I'm doing that quest, I am already probably going to be using the gun I am going to be using the Shadow Orb on. It's less of a problem. Okay, you don't have iframes. You do not have iframes during your dash. I needed to check that real quick. I don't know if they changed that at all. So, there's... The only times I will ever use Shadow Orbs is for the first Mysterium, because they don't do all too much on the second Mysterium. Fast Strafe or Reload Slide. We'll Fast Strafe. So we've cleared all camps on this, which you can see you get bonus Witchfire for clearing each successive camp. You get 100 extra Witchfire, which doesn't matter in the long run. I mean, it kind of matters. It does. Let's see here. It's 3,000, and you know what? It's a lot of Witchfire at these start games. So you can see these enemies over here. They have little icons above them. That means they're not a part of a camp here. They're a part of the portal here. They were spawned by this portal, which is my way home, and they are just sitting on it. At some point during this expedition, there was a little tooltip above my minimap that said it was yellow, and it said, "The irritant portal spits out enemies. They wait by it," or whatever. They can also patrol towards me, and if I kill them, I'll get a little bit of ammo for my weapons. Am I going to do that now? No, I'm also going to do something that you probably shouldn't do, which is attack this enemy. Come here, little asshole. Okay, you know what? You win. You win, dude. Please. Okay, so he... Oh my god, dude. I'm sorry I attacked you. Please leave me the fuck alone. Where did he go? Is he actually aggroed? Are you okay, brother? I don't think he's okay. He's running. Oh my god. Don't make me run across this whole fucking island for you. Come back. You're kicking my ass. Why are you running? He should be over here somewhere. Right? Yeah, he's over here. Hello? Why does he run? He always runs. Unless you kill him instantly, he just... Dude, are you just gonna be... Did I fix him? Oh, Jesus Christ. Just melee him. He has more damage than me. Okay, he's dead. We don't have to worry about him. The freaking swordsman did follow me from all the way over there. And I don't have his soul sigil, so he's a lot more difficult. He has armor. As you can tell, he's an armored warrior, so if I shoot him, it does less damage than, say, I shoot these idiots in the face. See, that's 43. I was doing, like, 36 to the swordsman. Anyway, we murdered the guy that we were supposed to murder. And he dropped a giant witchfire block and a potency incense. So, incenses, you might see that I'm using these elixirs. Incenses change your elixirs up slightly. It usually always heals, but it could be changed in a variety of ways, and that's one of them. I think that just increases the healing power of them by 50% or whatever. So, one of the things on this island that to do is to unlock this door. Oh, God. Why does it have to spawn a bunch of swordsmen? Okay, they are... They're aura farming. Oh my god! they are absolutely aura farming. Luckily, they are super easy to deal with if you keep them in your sights. And shoot them before they can dash at you. Swordsmen are only really a problem if they just normally walk towards you. Because if they dash towards you, they're pretty much dead. Could you... I don't want to be anywhere near. I don't have my... I charged it as soon as I punched him. My melee attack. Come on, dash towards me, I dare you. I'm not going to hit your soul sigil, because there's no reason to. I will hit his. Because it's funny. Is there another... What is going on? How many enemies are next to me? Are we okay? Are we done? Is that it? So we need to inspect the statues, which it seems to be missing a piece, and this one also seems to be missing a piece. Really? Yeah, apparently. Alright, well, let's go find the missing piece. I want to point out that these golden footsteps here didn't used to be a thing. You used to just randomly stumble across the piece, which, you know, it's fairly easy to know where the piece is if you look at the map. But apparently people needed help, which, you know, I'm all for. This seems like something to happen in the world of Witchfire. The world building of Witchfire is definitely on point. The gun designs are also on point. Usually all gun designs have a cross on them somewhere. And just here, this world has... I'm sorry. Alright, there's that one. Is that it? Really? You don't need one? Dude, it's the red eyes filter. We need to get the hell out of here. So, we have done our first task. This was all to get into this tower, because getting into this tower gives us a spell, Fire Breath, which is our very first spell, actually. Legendary Firebringer Ignitus was exposed as a witch sympathizer. Tortured and about to reveal his secrets, he burst into flames and turned to ash in an instant. All that remained was the ring, the source of his fiery skills. And you also get the Scarlet Coast chart, so now we can go to a different expedition site. The more skilled the prayer in leyline reading, the lower chance of failure. Yet danger still persists, leading to the preference for using slaves, criminals, and other lost souls as wayfinders. And then you get one note about the tower. Kane has not returned as I feared. I warned him of his unreadiness. I have sealed the passage and ensured its protection. Join me at the hematorium. So this passageway is sealed. You can see that there is a staircase down, but we need to have Geonosius 4 to interact with the mechanism to unlock it, which is a puzzle, and the puzzle is tied to these ceremonial obelisks. There's a few of them around. I've only seen 3. I've only touched 3. I've seen more. I only touched them. And that's how you get down into the tower once you have a high enough difficulty level. So, returning from an expedition, you can see the kills, the events. I didn't open all the chests, and I didn't do the other event, because the other event is not worth it. It is a heal, and I didn't want to do that. You can see how much Witchfire you gained, and you can see how much gold you gain, as well as a bunch of crystals. These crystals are just inventoried Witchfire. You can pop them at any time, but there's no real reason to right now. And there still is a problem whenever I arrive back at the hematorium. One of the updates that they've done recently has given the hematorium weather, and it is one of the best changes that they could have ever done. The weather kind of does represent what happened on your expedition, but still it is beautiful looking. In any case, we got the Sanctuary Key, which unlocks a lot of shit. It unlocks this supply crate that we just picked up, which is a bunch of inventoried stuff, which I highly recommend that you take a look through once you pick them up. And second, it has unlocked the Broken Mirror. By the will of prayers who shatter the mirror, we have hidden all 3 pieces. Their location lies written below in secret tongue. In their secret tongue. Okay. We have 2 mirror shards right now, and I assume we're going to be led along okay, to the 3rd one. Find the 3rd mirror shard hidden on the Island of the Damned. Well, I'm gonna have to do that real quick. But first, before I forget, let's walk over to this table here, which is the Enhance Gear table. Our hunger has increased its Mysteria, so we get the very first one. Reloading grants 1 charge bullet for each critical hit before the reload. Charge bullets deal increased damage. And I can very quickly show you off what that looks like. One change that I think they need to do is add a gearbox or move this guy over closer to where you can change your weapons. Because I can't, if I open up my inventory and say I want to add a spell, I have to visit the gun room. So I think they can add a little box here to give you all your things. Anyway, whenever I critically hit this idiot in the head and then reload, you can see that 2 of my bullets are now charged. I haven't used it, and now this one will be charged. So how much damage does this do? Does 69. Did I hit him 3 times? I don't know. Who cares? There's also a special visual effect on the pistol to show you that you have a charged shot loaded in the chamber. So I just missed that, I guess. So the other thing that they have added recently is the Rosary Bead system, which just gives you a bunch of things that you can do. I believe the Rosary will increase the higher level that you are. And of course, these have requirements on them as well. So I need to get my flesh up to 20 in order to equip this one. I need my arsenal up to 20 to equip this one. And I need my arsenal up to 20 and my faith up to 30 to equip this one. And then the most important part is equipping my gear, which I just have Fire Breath, Fire Breather's Trick, turn deadly, damaging enemies, and recharging melee. So I can equip that, and now, whenever I press F, I can just breathe out a gout of fire. Anyway, I'm gonna go level up and then go find that 3rd mirror piece, and I'll meet you back here. So, I completely forgot about the major part about Island of the Damned, is this massive ship right next to the, the giant pillar in the distance. I completely forgot about this section, and that is why I didn't see or didn't walk towards the mirror piece. There you go, I now have it. The event here is also finding hidden treasures. I can't look at that guy, but, he's definitely dead. And once you unlock these hidden treasures, you'll get a little bit of gold and trigger... Wow, that's a lot of enemies. And a swordsman just for me? Wow, that's nice. Anyway, let's try our new fire spell, which does take stamina, by the way. I did just take a little bit of damage for doing that. I don't have to worry about all too much, though. You're dead. You're also dead. The swordsman is now super dead. Goodbye. He took 85 damage from that 100 damage attack. He has 15 armor. Or 15 DR. 15% anyway. The weather has changed again to a sunrise or a sunset. God, that is pretty. Can't just it's gonna look a lot different on the recording or on YouTube, but this looks very, very pretty. They know how to make a pretty game. Anyway, back to what we were doing. We got all 3 pieces of this mirror, which means we can repair it, and it'll start doing some spooky magic shit. Don't worry, it's sanctioned by the Pope, so it's completely safe to work with. So, what does this do? If you can see this letter, then the mirror works properly, and we can support you in the godly work of cleansing our lands of filth. Your needs are our priority. However, if you come to share them, bits of your... If you care to share them, bits of your undoubtedly deserved spoils would help us gather the necessary components faster and motivate our gunsmith to work even harder. And Servant of God, Unrelenting, the Overseer. I'm not going to try to read that because that is in cursive, and I already don't speak very well. So, what is this? Well, this is your research. You get to pick 2 items from this list, and you get to research them. Note, they are locked by the difficulty level. I'm not going to start saying Geonosis because, difficulty level sounds better. They are locked by difficulty level, and sometimes you just need to explore to find them. So you'll see that a bunch of these things are locked and unknown. How do I get most of these? Project cannot be started. I wish it would tell you why the project can't be started here, because there's no requirement for my Geonosis. It might just be you need a higher difficulty or whatever. But I would like to see requires difficulty level 4 on these, like this one probably should, and this one should. There's also rings, which we can't do. These also might be locked by level, like they were previously, and they just haven't updated it. So the only thing that we can do is unlock the Echo, the Angelus, or we can't do Long Rifle. So I'm going to do the Echo because I know what the Echo is. Alright, the Echo's a great thing. Turn defect... Actually, this one's pretty good as well. I'm going to do this one because I like it more. Or I don't like it more. It's just, it's the one that I haven't played with. So you'll notice that there is a timer on this. We can also boost it by spending a little bit of gold. But I'm not going to do this. What I'm going to tell you is, what the hell does 0 out of 20 mean? I wish the game would tell you exactly what it meant, but it's vague about it. That 0 out of 20 is not time spent in the expedition. That is not what it means. What it means is time spent in the expedition fighting the witches' creatures. That's what it means. While you are fighting, that is ticking down. Do I know if you clear the encounter if it ticks down more, or if you stay in the encounter longer? I have no clue. Anyway, there's also this, which I don't have enough Witchfire to unlock, and I will quickly go over and pop. I think this is all I need, right? I am wrong. I'm right. Alright, it just took a little bit. So, that's a Witchfire locked door. You'll find those occasionally. But this leads us down into the basement with a Patience Incense, a Restoration Incense, which I can get into a little bit, and then the most important thing here is the difficulty level. You can... our current difficulty level is 0, and we have to do these certain tasks. We need to scout the galleon, carry a bunch of witchfire, see the shipwrecks on the Scarlet Coast, and defeat the drowned captain on the Scarlet Coast as well. You need to complete at least 3 of these to increase your difficulty level. So this is fairly simple. It's defeat a boss, defeat whatever, and then there's also this up here, which I don't think does anything right now. Yeah, I need difficulty level 3, and I need difficulty level 2 to unlock those. Alright, so I can talk a little bit about why the Faithful, or the Prayer, is so powerful. It's because it starts with a demonic weapon. Demonic weapons are specialized weapons that do a ton of damage, and that's the reason why they are so powerful. They also start with a relic, and I don't... No, all classes start with a relic besides this one. Relics are just damage, there's defense, and then there's utility or whatever. Anyway, we're gonna go to this... Oh shit, I can go do another one. I do like how it yells at you. I don't like how... Oh wait, I need to do an incense thing as well, and it didn't tell me to do that. Okay, whatever. Alright, so these are the incense. These modify your elixirs. So currently we only have access to the Restoration Incense, which slowly regenerates health when below 30%. Then there is Potency, which increases the healing effect by additional 5. And then there's Elixirs heal slower but restore more HP. We're just gonna do that one because, you know, it's the one that we can do, but it doesn't matter. So we arrive at the Scarlet Coast. There is one thing that I wish that they would do. I know it's not going to happen, but give weather effects to each individual area, or nighttime. It's a hard ask to do, but you can do it. It'll make the game a lot prettier. So what does Scarlet Coast have that the Island of the Damned doesn't? Well, the main thing is most of the enemies are more difficult. See, these are mercenaries and not goons. I know that the goon or the mercenaries can show up on the Island of the Damned, but it's rarely. This is just the normal enemy now, which they throw little explosive ice things that you need to be careful about. Yeah, that one. That doesn't do any damage, or at least I don't think it does, but it does slow you down heavily. We can actually find out. It missed. Alright. It just flat out missed. You can also just shoot them to detonate them, but I'm not going to. You can also shoot these idiots to detonate them as well, but they're like exploders from DRG, so I don't need to do anything with that. The other thing that this has over the other one is traps. I didn't actually check, but you should check the map as soon as you get into the mission, or not the mission, the expedition, and you'll see protective devices are all around this area, and that means you need to be careful because that's a trap right there. Now, I'm going to walk into it to show you a different thing. I'm being flanked, apparently. Where did you guys come from? I don't know where you... Oh my god. Oh, I can just punch him. He staggers. No, he doesn't. He doesn't stagger all the time. There you go. I did it, Dad. I wish the melee felt better when you didn't have it charged, but I understand why. Health sacrifice or revenge. I'm just going to not take any of these right now. Why am I not taking these right now? Well, very simply, because I'm about to spend some HP, just to show you what a trap does. Why is the irritant portal here, huh? Can I talk to you all about this? Your Lord and Savior... Okay, it does do damage. Your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? You need to get out of here. I am sanctioned by the Pope. Alright. Oh, it killed the thing that I was going to walk into. And also we got a elixir, so, you know, that's good. You don't need to... Ooh, fire rate. I'll take some fire rate. So, where's another trap? Hello? There's one. So when you get close to these... Okay, they removed that. You can just hear the flies buzzing, and that's your indication that there's traps nearby. Usually, when you get this close, they start hissing at you, but they just removed that. So what happens whenever I step into this? Well, I take a bunch of damage. Is that it? Okay, I just take a bunch of damage. Oh my god, he's not dead. I thought they die whenever they bite you. I almost biffed it, dude. Ooh, we got a bunch of white feathers from that chest, which allows me to show off the other things. So we can get Hell Sacrifice, and then we can also get one of these things. We can get Anti-Element, Full of Magic, or Revenge. We can also spend it on here, but we need 3 to unlock one of these. So I'm going to do Full of Magic. It's just a 10% damage increase right now because I don't have a heavy spell. And we should really be... I don't want to deal with any of that. Why are you still alive? So there is 3 different elements in this game. And we can talk about them. There is Shock, there is Decay, and then there is Fire. What does Fire do? Fire makes it so that enemies just take more damage when they are on fire. That man is stunned. Should really grab that right now. Bonus Witchfire or Chaos Flame. So, you can see that I am getting a spell arcana tied to one of my spells. Usually it would just be weapons because I only have weapons, but now that I have a fire spell, it is giving me fire-related arcana. So, burning enemies drop more Witchfire, and crystallized Witchfire or Chaos Flames. Bullet randomly cause double damage to burning enemies. I like this one. Most enemies here are low HP where the fire is just going to murder them, and getting bonus Witchfire is very nice. And my spell is charged, so I should approach with malicious intent. Hi, why are you here? You, sir, can get out of here. Why are you also here? Okay, listen, everybody's just gonna walk up to me. Oh my god. Don't worry, it's fine. Everybody's just going to walk up to me and not allow me... I hit them all? He's not dead. He still died and gave me bonus Witchfire. This is a mess. Ooh, another event. So this is kind of important to do. Wow! What a trail you led me on. So you'll eventually find these little creatures or these spirits who are going to lead you to cursed objects. And you can pick up these objects, you can cleanse for a little bit of Witchfire, or you can just claim them. I'm just going to claim them. So, what happens whenever you have a chance to just pick it up with it, no problem? What happens when you fail that, which is what just happened, is you take a little bit of damage, mostly stamina damage. We are on difficulty 0, so we don't get to experience what else that does, because it also does something else. And I might talk about it in this video. I might reach Geonosis 1 and then, or difficulty 1, and show off what it does. Actually, I'm just going to talk about it right now. So, something that we haven't experienced, that is not on the Isle of the Damned, no matter what difficulty you're on, but is on this place, and apparently not on difficulty 0, is Calamities. Calamities is one of the most important parts of the game. It is what you are trying to play towards, and it's risk management is what it is. So when you take damage, there is a chance that a little progress bar towards the calamity goes. You have like 5 little blips or 6 little blips before the major calamity or the event happens. Alright? And picking up those... Okay. Picking up those cursed trinkets, the one that I'm heading to right now, can trigger more progress to the calamity. So it's usually just a good thing to claim them. See, that one didn't do anything. Usually I want them to hit me to progress the calamity a little bit more. They have changed calamities, so they don't reward you as much. I still think it's valuable to do calamities, because what they give you is usually They give you white raven feathers, which is how you get a lot more powerful on your expeditions. So the reason why I'm picking up all these items is it is the memorabilia, right? No. Is Unbound? It's in Unbound? Yeah, it's in Unbound. So Unbound things are when you die, you lose all of this. Alright, that's... And then Bound is you'll never lose these when you die. Very simple. So what do these do? These give you money once you complete your expedition. That's it. That's all that they do. Claim that, and also claim the incense, please. What? What is here? I'm sorry. Oh, it's here. I see. I'm an idiot. That's something that you need to keep an eye out for, is just collectibles to grab. I wish they were more noticeable, but it doesn't really... Dude, these fire crates are going absolutely ham, dude. What am I doing? Oh, I'm doing the most difficult one. Oh, that's completely normal, you know, don't worry about it. Dead, 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 dead. Then there's one more. Is he still burning? I don't think so, because he's actually... No, he didn't freeze himself. Oh, he is still burning. Give me that XP, dude. I'm very happy to get that. Alright, walking down here, I definitely see the shipwrecks. Yep, we have seen the shipwrecks. We've completed that. And now, we just need the Witchfire, which I have plenty of crystallized Witchfire, so I can do that. But what is this event down here? Is an important event. No, it's one that I can't do. Alright, well, I get out of here. Now, it is if I decide to do the boss of this area, because every expedition... Oh, it did the thing! It hissed at me. Do they hiss at me now? Yes, it does. They hiss at me. I'm not crazy. You can see that. If I do the boss, which, you know, that's gonna go well, I need to get rid of all these things, because the boss is there, and I'm probably not ready for it, but it'd be fun, and that's a good thing, right? So let me get rid of all these traps and things. You know what I just realized? I took health sacrifice at one of my first Arcanas. I don't have that much HP. I think the boss can just one-shot me. If that happens, it would be funny. Oh, well, that's something. What is this? Mad Woman's Note. Clearly written in a hurry and under distress, this last message still bears the faint smell of witchcraft. I protected you for long enough, and this is how you repay me. By selling us out, you'll pay for this. Earth will take you. Gee, that's a weird one. Child, the windmill, open the path like I trained you to. Do not fear the fall. I will be waiting for you on the other side. I promise. Okay, what is that leading me to? That's new. Okay, I'm going to go do that. I probably shouldn't clear out this camp because of it. Because if I clear out this camp, this is the last camp on the map, it'll trigger the boss, which is how your first time through every area, that's how the boss triggers, is clearing out all the camps and going to a designated location or whatever. I think the Scarlet Coast it just triggers. So I guess we're going to the windmill, which is where I just was. Oh, and I completely forgot to talk about what I picked up there. I picked up a Fallen Prayer's Mask. So, I'm a prayer. There obviously was other prayers who came here, and they're freaking dead now, and their spirit still lingers in their masks. Now, if I collect every piece of their mask, there is 3 on each map, I will get access to a new prayer, which is... here? Okay, I will jump off. The Velmore Chart. Written in a beautiful feminine cursive and detailed to perfection, the unknown Wayfarer's artistry in crafting this chart would impress even the masters of the Vatican. That is new. That didn't used to exist, but hey, we got it now. Isn't there also a math shard over here somewhere? I have a feeling there is, right? Ow. Where? No. Oh, hey! We... It took a little... Wait, hold up. Why did it take that long? Okay, so during this combat I got hit, and part of being hit is I got a little bit of my Calamity bar. That's really weird. Apparently it can happen on difficulty 0. Why did it take this long to trigger, and why didn't it trigger whenever I got hit by some of the other things? I don't know. Alright, getting done with the final camp triggers the boss, essentially. This cutscene is really awkward without any music. Oh! We have some... Why is it floating? I didn't realize this whenever I first watched the cutscene. It is literally float. How did I not realize this? You get a... That's not how ships work. Then again, it's like witch magic, so it doesn't matter. That is not how ships work. That whole bit should be underwater. It's just sliding across the floor. Alright, so... Now, if we head all the way down there, we'll get to fight the slave galley? Yeah, the galley slave. There you go. Why is it so big? Did he eat all the rest of the galley slaves? I don't know. So, this is going to supremely suck. There he is! Oh, is he okay? Oh, no. Oh, this is possible. Oh, maybe not. So, while I'm in this combat with the boss, you can see that I got hit, and the Calamity Sigil has also increased. Get on fire, please. Okay, maybe I should... Maybe I should not just eat those to the face, huh? It's fine. I don't need to move. Okay, maybe I do. That's just an outgoing thing. Dude, this weapon range is awful. Did that hit me? No. That, however, did. Okay, well, I think this is the point where I cut my losses and say that it's an extraction shooter, and I can get the hell out of here if I want. We tried. This is the wrong way to be running. Where do I need to be going? This way? Where's the portal? Oh, there's a portal up there I could just go to. Yeah, so there's a problem with him being in the overworld, is that he can fucking nail me if he wants. Oh god. Is that I can just walk away from him if I want. He's not in his arena, so I could just leave. Goodbye, I guess. We'll see you at the Hematorium. Did I see that going any other way? Oh, absolutely not. I saw that going that exact way, and that was it. So, now that we're back at the Hematorium, we can grab our new weapons, which now we have a lot more things to take on the galley slave with, and then we can research more if I go downstairs and increase my difficulty level. Also, we can equip those just to show them off real quick, since this is, I'm not going to actually show the galley slave fight again. So we have the Angelus, and we have the Echo. Here's the Echo. Surprisingly doesn't have a cross on it. I thought it did. And then this definitely has a cross on it somewhere. Alright. And now, one of the most important things of the game is increasing your difficulty level, which apparently has a new cutscene. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. I was expecting something more. So, it's now telling you one of the first things that you should do with whenever you increase the difficulty level. You can now raid the Island Witch's Vault. Additional rosary slot unlocked. New research projects. Enemies now drop more witchfire, and deeper secrets await. Alright, well that is most likely where we are stopping for now. We're going to see a little bit of more witchfire on the channel, but probably not that much. Probably just going over to the new area and showing off some of the new guns and things, but all of that is gonna have to wait. So I have decided to do the vault at the end of this video, and I have seen buried supplies. You feel drawn towards them. This is one of the events that can spawn here. I didn't actually know it could spawn here, but hey man, it doesn't really matter. So we're gonna do the vault, and that's going to be the end of the video. Can I actually go this way? If you fall, if you fall into the ocean, you will just instantly die. So if I walk into that, my life is no longer mine. And that's the end of the event. I was about to talk about the event in question. There's no reason to not just claim this, because I don't think calamities can spawn on this map. I know they can spawn on the Scarlet Coast, as we saw during the slave galleys. Sorry, it has been several days. It has been, I don't know, 5 days since I last played this game, and my brain has tossed it all out. And I will say something about this new update. The new update makes it so that I don't care about ammo as much. Like, I'm missing all those shots. Like, who cares, alright? Here, you can have that, and my punch. And then you can also have this. He's dead. And then there's a swordsman. He's just gone? Well, he ran. So it doesn't really matter. I guess the sooner that I talk about this, the better. I know that the Geonosis, the one that I've been saying wrong this entire time, I know it's named Gnosis, alright? I just know. I don't care. Why is there a G on it, huh? Why do some letters have G's? Like, Noshi? Or, I believe it's called Noshi, or it's something like that. It's a potato... Thank you, I'm so glad that you can shoot me like that. It's the, like, potato pasta... Italian potato pasta that's kind of like dumplings. Why does it have a G on the start of it? Why are Italians dumb, alright? Americans, man, how can they think about these things? I don't know, because it's dumb. And then we start talking about how some letters in our sentences are, you know, maybe I should just stop talking because my mouth is running wild and I have no idea what I'm saying. Have I even been using the spell? No, I have not. I've not been using that spell. Also, before we do the vault, I want to point out the gameplay settings. You can change all the interface. You can turn off the entire HUD, which is exceedingly nice, and you can also turn it to enemies visible, partial, or whatever. I will just do partial, in fact. And one of the things that I am so glad that that is an option is this. This is how you're supposed to aim. This is how it defaults to. I hate this. Not gonna lie, I hate this so much. I think a lot of first-person games do this. I think it's just too low. I understand it's to give you a better field of vision whenever you aim down sights and are shooting things. You can see so much more of the screen. But, like, get that the hell out of here. I would rather this. I would rather see my pretty gun. Anyway, let's do the vault. You have to use a little bit of witchfire to enter the vault for the very first time. But afterwards, you can always enter the vault. So, you can see that defeat the Vault Guardians before the timer runs out, which is 6 minutes. And you need to go through this entire area, killing all these enemies. And by killing all these enemies, I mean, you could just walk past... Oh, I don't have a weapon yet. Give me a second. You're dead, you're dead. I am now slowed. That's not good. I need to burn these idiots. So you could just run past all these enemies. I am not, because it's very simple just to kill all of them. Hello, Mr. Man. Please die. Alright. And now we have a... I should not have used my fire breath. Oh well, it's fine. Eat the power of the godliest shotgun in gaming. He's been stunned. Alright, I'm going to run past this room because I don't like this room. What is that? Okay, that's an octopus. Hello, everybody! Goodbye! Give me this. No, I need this. Thank you. Alright, now I need to get the hell out of here. And then we have this section, which I'm just going to take a billion damage. It's fine. Doesn't matter. And then we reach the sanity section, which is, could have been done a bit better, but hey man, it's here. Alright, sorry for that interruption, but what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the sanity mechanics, which I don't enjoy. Especially here, I don't enjoy them. So, whenever you are in the light of that green, you'll have some... I need to jump here. You'll have your sanity tick down, and what that does is it makes it so... Yeah, I have to stand... Oh shit, I'm just taking damage here. It makes it so that you take damage whenever your sanity gets lowered. So there's a problem. So to sprint, I have to press the shift button. To jump, I have to press the control button. It is hard to sprint jump, alright? And this next jump here is a sprint jump. There's going to be some dudes that appear. They're dead. Alright, now we need to wait for my stamina to come back and then sprint. Just kill them, please. Okay, we're done. We're basically done here. We just need to get into the next room and not die. Which isn't going to be that difficult to do. Especially with Chaos Reload, holy hell. So one of the Arcana I got is Chaos Reload, which will add an element to my weapon if I'm reloading from more than half. Or less than half. Can the swordsman come over here, please? Hello, swordsman. Yeah, you. Okay, now I need to approach the other one. Just leave that guy. Okay, now where I am is terrifying. Okay, everybody's dead. I can now take as much time as I want. Which, as much time as I want is that item right there. That is a relic. Give me. Give me, give me, give me. I don't care, I don't care. Give me. Okay. So, that is a relic. That goes in this slot here. It's an offensive power. What that does is every once in a while it'll trigger a lightning blast, which will then chain between enemies and all that. Anyway, I need those now. Is it if I just don't look at it? Unveiling Arcana has no cost. That's really nice. No, it is. I just stay the fuck out of the way. So that is the vault. These chests have a lot of shit in them, and it's just worthwhile to get a bunch of money from them. And then to leave, you can see that this was uncovered, and I can just simply walk out. And that's the vaults. Other vaults have more difficult things with them, but this one is the easiest. And at the moment, I think the hardest one is inside of the castle. I haven't tried the new area, but we will definitely be playing the new area once I get a bit more under my belt and start unlocking things and go down this tower here. It's probably what I'm going to do. I don't know what difficulty level I need to be for this tower, so I guess I should go check. Where am I extracting? I'm extracting over there. Okay, so I'm gonna go check, and then I'll head out, and that's going to be the video. Alright, that is Witchfire. I hope you all enjoyed the video, because I certainly did. We're going to be doing more Witchfire on this channel, at least probably a few more videos. Not too many, we're not going to have expedition videos or anything like that. More like showcasing parts of the game. In any case, you all have a wonderful night.